Hey, what's up, awesome people? It's your boy Tom Tam from Double H Impact. Today we have Jaimie Austin as our guest. Jaimie, so thank you again for coming onto our YouTube channel.
My pleasure.
And we want to find out more about you and what you do in the fitness industry.
Yeah.
So let's start off with, before you were in the fitness industry, what did you do beforehand? What was your profession?
Yeah, I was in finance for almost 10 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
How was that?
It was amazing, and it was stressful, and that's kind of what led me into fitness.
Wow. So when did you start deciding, like, you know what, this is the industry I want to be in?
The wellness industry?
Yeah.
It was towards the end of my finance career. By that time, I was 29. I was approaching 30. And I just wasn't really happy anymore. And so I turned to fitness and I turned to wellness as a way to feel better. So the more stressed out I got at work, the more I worked out. And then I thought that maybe I could flip it a little bit, and my career changed.
Nice. So what about fitness that inspires you to live like a fit lifestyle?
Yeah, I think it's just that. I think it's a fit lifestyle. I think that fitness is not just a piece of my life. It affects and is part of every part of my life. So I integrate it into everything that I do. My day is surrounded with it. And I think that it's less about getting in and working out and more about living a little bit better.
That sounds very good. Now, I know you also play softball.
I do.
That's how we met.
Yep.
Played softball together.
Yes.
So I knew you were an active person. But what do you do specifically in terms of your fitness workout?
Yeah, I try to keep a balance of strength training, cardio, flexibility, and then recovery. I think it's super important to have a little bit of all of those. Admittedly, I haven't been a big weightlifter for a couple of years. It's really if a trainer would grab my hand and take me out onto the floor, but I find that I can do my strength training in different ways. So my workouts primarily are yoga based, and then we'll throw in some cardio through some cycling, and then we're running, and then also the flexibility is yoga as well, and then recovery, which again, yoga, but also it's about regeneration, and I'm such a huge believer in massage. Anyway.
Now, touching on one of the workouts, you teach cycling.
I do.
So, working through with your clients, what would you do in terms of the cycling routine?
Yeah, so it depends on what their individual goals are. So sometimes it's just to have an amazing cardio workout, to have fun, where you forget that you're working out. Sometimes people are training for a specific event, so a race of some sort, or just an event in their life that they want to be a little bit more fit for. And then some people have specific goals. Maybe they are racers, and maybe they want to work on their power output, or maybe they want to work on their speed. Maybe they want to work on finding that balance between their breath and their feet. All these different little things, it really just is specific to the person.
Nice. So for somebody like myself who's not into cycling that much, how would I start off? Like, should I go into an intense class? Like, how do I know what class?
Yeah. So I think we need to be very specific for a moment. There's a couple different types of cycling. So I do cycle outside. I'm a road cyclist, and then I teach indoors, which is studio cycling or stadium cycling. They're very different, but you can use your time inside to train for your time outside. So my first question to you, Tommy, would be, okay, so why do you want to get into a cycling class? Is it to get outside on like a real bike and do a race? Or is it just to round out what you're already doing in your workout?
Gotcha. In my case, it would be just to round out.
Yeah, okay. So I think that cycling is a perfect place for that. You'll see it later. Dark lights, good music. It can be a really big party on a bike. So especially if you're new, it's a great place to really kind of find yourself because it's dark. No one else can see you. And you're on a bike that's literally going nowhere. You cannot fall off of it. You can't really do it incorrectly. So I think that you can really hop into any level of class and just listen to your own body and know when to keep pushing and know when to pull back a little bit.
Well, that sounds pretty good. Now, in terms of cycling, if you cycle for an hour, say on that type of class, how many calories do you burn?
Oh my gosh, that is like the biggest question.
That's like one of the biggest.
Yeah, so from 0 to like all of them, it's really a range. So you have to remember that each person is different.
Yeah.
Based upon their body composition, based upon like, you know, how they slept the night before, what they ate for breakfast. They're different, just their training leading up to it. So everybody's going to burn calories at a different pace.
Sounds like a good thing. Well, for those that want to take your cycling class in New York City, what days do you teach? What do you teach?
Yeah, so I teach for Equinox. I teach cycling Wednesday nights at Bryant Park, 6:45. If you want to be on the guest list, just hit me up. I also teach around the city, but my full-time job is I'm an assistant general manager for Pure Yoga, which is Equinox's yoga studio.
Yeah, I heard a lot of good stuff about that. And if somebody wants to reach out to you about fitness, questions, where can they, if they can follow you or follow you on social media? What's your contact?
The best way is to find me on social media. My handle from back in the day that I've not changed, dear to my heart, is @JaimieBaby. I'm sure put that up someplace.
Yeah, that's going to be down in the description box below.
Great, perfect. Hit me up there, follow me, I'll post all of my class schedules. I do pick up classes throughout the week at different spots around the city. So just keep an eye on my Insta stories, they're always up there. Keep an eye on other fun stuff like this.
Yeah, definitely. Well, thank you, Jaimie, for being our guest on our show. And guys, definitely, if you guys love this video and want to see more, just click on the subscribe button below. Follow us on our IG and Facebook. And don't forget to make an impact. Peace out.
Thanks, Tommy. Hi, y'all. I'm Jaimie again. We are going to go through a bike setup together. So each studio that you go into may be set up a little bit differently. Today we're here at Equinox at Columbus Circle. We ride on Stages bikes here. I'll go through some general setup tips, but just make sure to get there a little bit early and talk to your instructor if you have any specific questions. All right, your handlebars in your seat go backwards and forwards. For most people, you're gonna be good right at 0, 0. Awesome. Now your seat should be about hip height. So if you face the instructor and you lift your inside leg to a right angle, you want that seat to hit right about your hip crease. Most people will know when you're riding too high, but most people won't know if you're riding too low. So a good thing to do is see where you think it should be, then pop it up a couple notches higher than you think. You might be surprised. Your handlebars should be about seat height, if not maybe a touch higher. If you have any back issues, or if you are riding for two, your handlebars should be even a little higher still. If you have any knee problems, you may, once you find that comfortable seat, drop it down just a touch. So the next thing to do is go ahead and hop on your bike. If you have cycling shoes, clip in now. If you're using cages, just make sure your feet are securely in. Start pedaling. This should find a really smooth foot pattern. You shouldn't feel your knee locking out at the bottom, and there shouldn't be any pressure in your pelvis. Your hips should stay about level to one another so that you're pushing from your obliques rather than from your hips and your glutes specifically. For me, that felt a little high, so what I'll do is I'll start going down notch by notch. So same thing, clip in, pedal a couple times. That's feeling better, but I'm gonna try one more. So that seems pretty perfect. I don't feel any bounce, and I don't feel any discomfort anywhere in my lower body. The next thing to take a peek at is your upper body. So you should have just enough support in your arms to support the work that your legs are doing. This means a slight bend in your elbows while keeping your collarbone nice and wide, keeping enough support in your hands, but allowing your elbows to fall right in line with your body. You want to be able to reach the top of your handlebars or your arrow position without stretching out. So for me, because I ride outside, I do like to do work in my arrows. So I like to be a little bit closer. Again, nice and wide through the collarbones. Engage through my core. And I'm grounding my tailbone to the lower third of the wall behind me. This is your maximum efficiency ride, but play with your hands to figure out where you feel strongest. So again, that's a basic bike setup. If you have specific questions about the bike that you're riding on, make sure to get to class a few minutes early and just ask your instructor.